Welcome to Trenton Thursdays, brought to you by SativaCross.com, FullyBakedRadio.com, CMMNJ.org. Waiting patiently for Governor Christie to show up.
He's in New Hampshire, baby. Like I said, he's in New Hampshire. Or is it Maine? He's up north. He's not even in New Jersey. He needs to go. He needs to resign. He needs to step down. Do the people of New Jersey a solid. Get him out of here. Bye-bye. Go run for president.
Bye-bye now.
Good luck. Good luck. No, really. Good luck with that one.
Won't see him no more.
I don't know. Unless you work in the food biz. I see him a lot.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you see him the other day?
Yeah, I saw the back of his head, yeah.
Oh, you saw him running away from you.
Yes. He just had like a whole bunch of food and he was running to his car. I saw a kid, too. Kid got trampled in the meanwhile.
What kid?
Some little kid. He was trying to get out of the car, and, Chris Christie was getting into his car. He just, his thigh, brushed the little kid and slammed him to the ground, and, But it was okay because there was no Secret Service there. He got loose. The governor got loose.
The governor was loose?
Yes. Only one minor injury to a minor.
There was no children screaming like there is here?
Well, no. The kid was in awe. He was on the ground. He was like, look, I think that's the governor. We just wrote him a letter. So today we're CMMNJ.org. How can they see us? Where do they see us? Where do they listen to us?
FullyBakedRadio.com. They could see us and hear us there.
Okay.
We're going to be doing changes to the SativaCross.com website, making that more accessible to you stoners and patients out there.
About time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So where's my, here it is. So we need some pre-production here to do all this.
Oh, no.
No, it's too late. But
No.
we'll get to it later.
Yeah.
I need all this queued up. I told
And
Bill.
don't do it so loud.
I hired Bill.
Oh, Bill's worthless.
No, I hired him as
All
a producer.
Bill cares about is, I need money for my flags. Would you like a flag?
Yeah, medical-freedom.com.
No, easy with that music. That's so loud. That's so loud, man.
Medical-freedom.com.
Why do you want to scare people?
Sorry.
You don't want to scare people.
my mother's book, Wayne.
Oh, boy. You want to sell everything.
Wayne.
You want to sell it.
Oh, you're going to sell everything.
Stop tapping the mic. What's wrong with you?
I just wanted.
What is wrong with you?
He's a
I
moron.
just wanted to make sure it was working. That's all.
Really? This is why we can't get a job in professional radio.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Cut that out.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
That's professional radio.
That's untrue.
This is what we're getting down to.
It's not.
This
Excuse
is.
You feel better now? You
No,
acted out.
no, yeah, that was
Excuse me.
awful.
Excuse me.
How do I not address that? That was awful.
Excuse me.
I don't accept that behavior.
I'm sorry. I was out of line.
Oh, boy.
You
Watch out,
just shut
kids.
off my microphone.
No, I didn't shut your mic off yet.
We
didn't-
heard you.
You haven't been that bad. We were supposed to have an alliance this week, but you can't be stupid. If we have an alliance, you can't do stupid things. Please.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Yo.
I want so badly to have an alliance with you, William.
So do I.
Okay.
So do I.
I want to ally with
Let's
you.
build that. Let's build the bridge.
Let's build a
Let's
bridge.
build that bridge right now, starting now.
Why? So Chris Christie can put a
All right,
gate.
I'm pouring concrete.
Pour the concrete. Where are you going to get the concrete from?
We're pouring the concrete.
Where are you going to get the concrete
For
from?
the foundation for the bridge.
Still haven't answered the question. This
Unbelievable.
guy's he's like talking to the government.
It's
They
worse.
just want to use our money,
It's
and
worse.
nothing benefits us. Oh boy, pathetic.
To build a hoagie, you need a strong foundation. Right, Wayne?
No,
No.
you need great bread.
You can build it on a slab. You can build a houseboat.
At least at a hoagie.
Oh, hoagie? No, I'm starving. Now you're talking my language.
I brought sandwiches up there.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, welcome to the Fully Baked Radio, SativaCross.com podcast. You can hear us and see us every week here on Thursday And Monday at the Weed Man's Joint, NewJerseyWeedMansJoint.com. Or is it? Wait. What's the website? The Weed Man's Joint or the Weed Man Joint? What's the website? over there?
Just Google it.
NJWeedmansJoint.com.
I knew Bill would know. I want to hire you as our producer. I really do. I want you. Not that
As a
we'll give.
producer.
We have no money or nothing, but
Producer of what?
We need you to produce the show.
Oh my God.
I need news articles.
He don't care.
Every week. No, he does care.
No,
That's
he
the thing.
doesn't.
I want news articles every week.
Will you sell my flag?
Sponsored by
Will you,
medical-freedom.com.
okay, sell my flag. And
Well,
I'll
how
bet
about
you
Asbury
pound.
Park?
Jeez,
How
yell.
about
Stop
Asbury
yelling.
Park?
What about Asbury Park?
Did they have a vote last night?
Yeah, but the vote was so, come on, it's like playing, it's playing like checkers.
But it's making the news, right?
Yeah, but so is, murder. Murder's making the news too. Come on.
See, now, Bill, this is your job. Your job is to get this up on the screen so we have a news report to read, and then we discuss the news. We don't discuss it and then read the news. We read the news and then discuss the news. Now, I'm having an Emmy Award-winning radio and TV personality calling at noon. She's probably listening right now. And I'm going to ask her for tips on how to do a better show. And she's going to pick apart this first hour. You know
Who,
that,
Jimmy?
don't you? You should. I'm going to turn your mic off at this point. Jesus.
me?
No, you're fine. You're like butter.
Who
Your
got-
voice is like
who-
butter. I love
who
you.
you got calling?
It's a surprise.
Ginny?
It's a surprise.
Really?
No, someone who has won Emmys.
Emmys.
She just won an Emmy 3 weeks ago.
What are Emmys? I forget.
An Emmy award. It's the biggest award you can win
Yeah, but what is that
for
for?
radio and TV.
Is it okay?
Audio, video, all that stuff. She's like the best.
She won Emmys.
She's calling in at afternoon sometime. I'm going to surprise you with who it is. You're all going to be shocked.
Do I know her?
I would hope so. She's pretty popular.
To her.
Popular, in our circles. That's beautiful. And I want to talk to her about how do we get a better show. We can always improve. Because
Yes,
some people
of
don't think we
course.
can, and I think we can. I think there's a big
All right.
headroom for us.
The Asbury Park, New Jersey City Council voted unanimously last night, to become the first New Jersey municipality to call on New Jersey to legalize, tax, and regulate marijuana for adults. All right, come on, congratulations. Wow, someone finally gets it.
Wow.
The Asbury Park City Council, God bless you.
Wow.
They're finally, someone sees the benefits of legal marijuana. I like to call it cannabis, legal cannabis.
And I would like to take full credit for that right now, ladies and gentlemen. It was the Ignorance is No Excuse tour that went to Asbury 3 times. The first time we went to Asbury with me and Chuck Kwiatkowski, the first time we went there, they said, if you even have your medical marijuana on you, if you even possess it in Asbury Park, we're going to arrest you. They wouldn't even see us. They talked to us on the phone. That was the first time we went there. Whoa.
You called them on the phone?
They have these little phones that you have to pick up. And
Okay,
talk
like
to.
Morristown? Okay, cool.
And you can't speak them directly. So then we're like, okay. We went to the council meeting, like we always do.
I saw that video.
And raised hell, talked to Chief Salerno, and he's the same Chief Salerno who was in the story there. Nice guy. I like Chief Salerno.
That's the guy. Yeah. I don't know.
He told me to hide at first. He said, go up the street to the crack-filled area, and go
That's
hide
the dude
behind
who
the
was a
crackhead's
jerk.
tree.
He was pretty much a jerk.
No,
He was a jerk
He didn't know better.
until you cornered him.
He was ignorant,
Until you cornered him.
and he was aware.
And he
now.
didn't know he had a camera on him.
No, he did. Come on.
Well,
I'm in a council meeting. There's cameras everywhere. I got a camera on me. You don't think you're being videoed? Really?
you weren't on camera when you weren't in that room when he
I think you were.
finally.
When he whispered to me.
Yeah, when he finally was like, you know what, fella? Go over there. It ain't going to be a problem.
No.
But you didn't hear from me, right? You
I
ain't got no camera on, right?
I appreciate him sending me up to the crack-filled neighborhood. I do. Because if I needed some crack, I can get some of that too. He sent me to the right place. But I didn't want crack or heroin or hookers. I just wanted a place to smoke my medical marijuana.
Boy, okay.
No, I like Salerno. Salerno's a good guy. He told me he had family that was sick, and he supports medical marijuana. And apparently he supports recreational marijuana too. So, hey, big ups to Chief Salerno of Asbury. That guy, I like that guy.
I don't know about that.
Well, what?
Oh,
jeez.
Could I? Well, hold on. Let me get the. I actually have to find the actual news article because I don't see him in this one, the one I'm reading. You know, so let me see here. Blah 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 blah. Nah, I'm not gonna give any credit to the chief, because he's not the one. It's pretty much the city council.
I say hail to the chief. And the council is totally different. That's a different mayor than the one I spoke to. I spoke to I think she was a woman.
A woman? You spoke to a woman?
I think the last mayor was a woman that I spoke to, and she was pretty much clueless on the whole deal.
Oh, they're all clueless.
Until we show up with our marijuana and the Kuma guidelines, and then they're aware. Suddenly they become aware real quick.
Yeah, but now we're like on a list.
What list?
My cousin's all upset that he even told me that about the memo. You know, what do you call it? A BOGO?
Bolo?
Bolo, BOGO. Yeah, we're on there. AP. It's not an APB. So there's not an APB, but there is a be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for 2 clowns. May come in 3s or 4s.
It says clowns?
Clowns.
The paperwork says clowns.
Yeah, but
I want this.
I can't get it.
You better get it.
I can't get it.
Go into his house and get it.
That's a crime, Lefty.
Wait. We know people.
And then if I read it, like, wouldn't be another charge, like impersonating police officers? You know, because he's actually reading a memo, an official police officer memo.
It's called the Freedom of Information Act.
You know, that only goes so far, bro.
You're allowed to see if you have CIA papers on you and FBI papers. You can go to CIA and FBI and ask, I want to see my record, and they can have to show you.
No, you have to file paperwork, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, well, I'll find out. You tell me the paperwork to find out, and I'll find out. You tell me the paperwork I have to fill out, and I'll find out.
Where's our producer? Producer?
He's eating
You
right
got your
now.
mouth full, but just listen. Don't talk. Please don't talk. I'm shutting your mic off.
Zap.
No. Shh.
What do you want?
This is what I want you to do.
Excuse me.
I want you to do this, the legwork on this. Okay, can you do that? Can you please do that for us?
What would you like me to do?
I would like you to find out all the information on the Be on the Lookout, on the Bolo. Can you do that for us?
Let me write that down.
BOLO.
We told you don't talk.
Too
Just-
loud? Oh, the permit. Yeah, you got to pick it up. Oh, I have to pick. Oh.
I could probably pick it up for you. Thanks a lot.
Can you pick it up for me? Is that something you can do, Jim?
I don't know if I can or not, but
All right. Will you fit in? Will you fill in and then be funny?
I'll fill in, but I'll never fit in.
You get a permit for the next 2 years while you're at it.
Yeah,
Please.
we can. They only let us go for the month. I'm going to go in a little later and make sure we Lefty has next week's taken care of, and then I get the next 2. That'll take us through the 30th, and then we'll go by and get all of August's. I like being here. I mean, I like the Annex too, but there's something magical about sitting at the steps of the State House each week. I like that.
Magical, huh?
Yeah.
Are you still here? Get out of here already.
Don't talk about me while I'm gone.
Oh, we will. Don't worry.
I was wondering which directive, like I thought maybe, was it too loud? Why is it coming over here?
I like how he shook your hand.
Yeah.
You know, like you and him were buddies.
Yeah, we are. I'm a known quantity here. But to see the reason they get along so good with me, sometimes, I have to make sure things go as according to their plans. So if it's too loud, we turn it down. But that's their greatest compliment is that they love how we work with them. And for my money, it's more the other way around. I like how they work with us. So anyway, I've been gone 10 days in Canada, no news whatsoever. I'm going to learn as much from this podcast
You know
as
what you
anybody.
missed last week?
I've heard a couple of things, but I thought I'd let you all tell me when I got here.
Diane Fornbacher.
Yep. I saw
She
the
was here.
pictures. Yeah, she's still in the state. I
Oh,
think.
really?
I think, yeah.
Hmm.
We'll find out. Hopefully she'll be coming over to say hi over to where I'm staying.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And I saw Reed Goosear walk by, said hi this morning while we were setting up.
Oh, yeah.
Becoming one of your...
Numbnuts? You saw Numbnuts?
Yeah. Say that in a most affectionate way, right? Does he watch
I love
this?
him.
Yeah, I do too.
I love Reed. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the fact that he pisses off Christie so much that he got the numbnuts out of him.
I think he really liked the sign there that says, Governor Christie, come join our podcast the next time you're in New Jersey. Now, you say that generally to like a relative, like my brother in Canada, Rick, come to the podcast the next time you're in New Jersey, or if you got relatives out of state, the next time you're in New Jersey, come to the podcast. To say that to your own governor, the next time you're in New Jersey, come to our podcast, pretty well sums it up.
We're right next to his office.
Right there, yeah.
His office is 25 feet away.
Yeah. And with his schedule being a little more hectic, he might be in and out
Not
usually.
for too long.
He ducks in at 11:15, and
Actually, he's out of state, I believe.
I tried to find out. I couldn't find out.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Wasn't anything on the schedule a couple
A
of
friend
days
of mine
ago, but
told me, well, actually, it was news that Mitt Romney, were in Maine
I'm gonna fight Christie.
over the weekend. Because I was surprised as hell to see Governor Christie come into my store on Sunday. He came on Sunday.
So he's in New Jersey on Sunday when.
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
One thing the governor rarely does is travels without his security detail, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
He wasn't with them.
Wasn't with him. Who was he with?
Himself.
He drove. He actually drove.
Yes.
Now, see, that would freak me out. They're sitting at a light and looking over at a SUV or whatever and seeing somebody that looked like the governor there.
Wasn't even in an SUV.
Wow.
You know, it was like it
Sure it
was.
wasn't. You sure it was him?
I'm positive.
Okay.
You know what? Now that you say it, I don't know because
Because you dressed up a lot like him one time.
Well,
You
yeah.
could have fooled people.
he ate a lot of. He bought a lot of food,
Well,
a lot of steaks. He can't eat steaks.
he's probably having a party.
Well, he
Gathering.
got a lot of ice cream.
Oh, he likes ice cream.
You know, and I mean, no one else was there.
Walk away.
No one else was there. You know, like something was going on.
Yeah. Do you have security cameras you can get like a
Oh
still
yes.
from?
Oh yeah.
Would that be in bad taste, or are you allowed to do that?
It's America, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about it's a family business, It's America, but your family could kick your ass if they ganged up on you.
I don't think so. They're all a bunch of wimps. I'm the biggest one.
Yeah, well. So if he's not here, that's why the sign says the next time you're in New Jersey. But that's the kind of sign that, in a very underhanded way or out of view way, says what it wants to say. Maybe we need to have another sign for Lieutenant Kim. How do you say her name? I don't even know. Guagno? Iguano?
I just say Kimmy G. Give it a little hip hop
Okay.
flavor. Lieutenant Gov Kimmy G.
Well, whenever he's out of state, she's the acting governor,
Well,
which would be about 50-50 in this case.
50-50. I think it's.
So
He's
tell
running for president.
Tell me about Lefty said something about our buddy Ed Fortune, NJ Weedman, had some sort of resolution.
They actually gave him.
The assembly or the joint resolution?
It was a
Should have been a joint resolution.
legislative resolution. A joint
I know,
legislative
yeah.
resolution. And pretty much where they recommended, they gave it's a letter of recommendation. Pretty much.
Was it based on?
Our damn politicians have
Yeah.
too much time on their hands, Jim.
Yeah, that they could get to. Well, I'm glad they did. And I read in whatever that Hidden Trenton about the great reviews the food got. 3 stars out of 3 for the food and the best veggie burger in Trenton. And that's not, a Stoner's magazine. That's Hidden Trenton. They want to, when you come to Trenton, just not pass by the main spots.
All I know about that review, I like how they ended it.
Yeah.
Get there quick before the DEA.
Yeah, right.
Trenton shuts it down.
Did they write the review after visiting the private room by any chance? It's a pretty glowing review. I was thinking, you go there first and then try the cupcakes. They seem to really like the cupcakes.
I got my card.
Yeah.
I like the cheesecake myself.
I haven't only Tried a couple of things. I like the chicken and waffles are great. So he's got a resolution commending him for his
For
work,
both
for
parts,
taking
which is
part,
weird.
yeah. And he's now
You know,
of course, a columnist.
All right, you're gonna make me do a little homework right on the air.
You're two-handed.
Did you guys hear about the Miami-Dade County? No?
Get a remote mic, maybe that's on.
Turkey burgers.
Dade County decriminalized.
I'm sorry to do this. Ah, boy.
I can't.
Of course, I've got a picture of it on my phone, and pretty much what it is it's it's beautiful.
Hello?
It's beautiful what they gave Ed.
Miami-Dade County decriminalized weed.
Hold on there, son. Let me give you a little easy, bro. When someone's talking, you just don't. It's not how radio works. I gotta teach you stuff.
You're looking for some, dude. You're busy, man.
Like
Do what
I'm
you do.
saying. Go ahead. So talk about your whatever, son.
Did you guys
Ay,
hear about
caramba.
Miami-Dade County?
No.
Yeah,
In
I think
Florida.
a couple of days ago. That's surprisingly, because they shot down the medical marijuana bill over there.
The
You know,
county,
and
the,
now
the,
and now
the
and
state
now
did.
they're statewide, right?
Yeah.
And but
What they say?
Dade County, they decriminalized up to I think 20 grams
Really?
with $100 fine if you're
Well,
they
that's
find out. That-
that's Miami.
and yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Wow,
People from
That's
Fort
cool.
Lauderdale are going to be going to Miami
good for
now.
them over there, huh?
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
out.
Surprisingly, wow. You know, so there's there's a lot of us out there everywhere. You know.
Yeah, and once a place like that goes, it would
It's
make it
incredible.
easier for Broward County with Fort Lauderdale right above it to do the same, and
Mm-hmm.
because that's a pretty pivotal state, no
Oh,
matter
yeah.
how you look at it, Florida population.
It's one of the key states during an election.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they swayed obviously one of the most recent elections with Bush.
Yeah.
You know, ran.
Yeah, it's and with
They were important. In other
Asbury
words,
Park
you know?
passing a resolution saying they'd like it legalized in New Jersey. Hopefully, opens the door to some stuff went on in the last 10 days since I was gone. You know, it's hard to catch up even. And a bill I understand working its way to the governor's desk that would allow children with
No, it's on his desk.
it's on his desk. It's already passed.
It's no. It's on his desk. He's got to sign it, or he's probably. It's probably been 8 days. So we probably have like 37 more days. He either signs it, or it becomes law, or he vetoes it.
Well, next week we're going to have a very predominant sign saying something about that, and make sure it doesn't come in under radar for anybody.
I was checking out on Twitter, and you got to get more involved in Twitter, Lefty, because actually Roger actually tweets at the governor like every day. You know, like, yo, it's time to bill. My daughter wants to go back to school. You got 2 days.
Good.
You know, I'm this half day school. It doesn't work for us. Please give my daughter sign the bill.
Well, yeah, he's got to beg for his daughter. Really? Come on, man. Come
So
on.
I finally found it.
Oh, so you're reading the news? I walked in on this. I just got the
Yeah.
permit, so I don't know what the hell's going on. What are you doing?
Actually, it's the Senate and General Assembly, the State House in Trenton, a joint legislative resolution by Senator Turner, Assemblyman Numbnuts, and Assemblywoman Muyo. And pretty much, whereas the Senate and General Assembly of the State of New Jersey are pleased to recognize and acknowledge the grand opening of NJ Weedman's joint in the city of Trenton, Mercer County, which took place on June 15th, 2015. And blah, 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 blah. Whereas, in addition, NJ Weedman's joint features a sanctuary, a Liberty Bell temple. Wow. Like, I can't believe they actually recognize the temple. This thing is cool. Wow. Senator Turner, Assemblyman Giscura, Assemblywoman Moyo. This is amazing. You know, signed by the President of the Senate, Sweeney. Oh, boy. It's official.
Oh yeah.
It's official, bro. This is the official deal. So make sure you go to 322 East State Street, Trenton. NJ Weedman's The Joint. It's that way. You get your 420 specials. There's 420 specials all day long. And I hear you can even, like, if you go in there, you see some old guy, you ask him for flags, you can even buy your State of Compassion flags.
Oh, from medical-freedom.com.
Yes, yes. State of Compassion flags. It's beautiful. Now talk, Lefty. I'm eating edible.
Oh, come on. What do you got there? You got gummies? What is that? What is that? What are you eating? Why don't you share with the rest of us? See, never ask a big guy for food. Oh, look at that. You know how many milligrams that is? Yeah, 150. 150? How do I get that in my life?
You know how to get this.
I need that in my life. I didn't see those. I saw the other ones. I didn't see those. Oh man,
That's a beautiful thing. I'm sorry.
See you in 2 hours. That's a beautiful thing.
Lord have mercy, it is. Oh.
About 2 hours per edible, right there, Barini.
About that. Good thing I took two about an hour ago. Yeah, edibles. Edibles and you. It's like New Jersey and you. Perfect together.
So coming up in the next hour, we have an Emmy award-winning
Okay.
TV and radio personality.
Somehow I don't believe this.
Yeah.
What's the bit?
She has won a shelf full of Emmys.
Are you going to play Barbara Walters?
Not just a bunch.
Are you going to play Barbara Walters?
Many. She won one about 5 or 6 years ago.
Who are you going to be?
And then she won one like recently, and I think she won a few more in between. She's amazing, and she's going to give us pointers about how to get better on the radio.
She's amazing. Who is this
Yes,
lady?
I'm not going to.
I don't believe you.
It's a surprise.
I don't believe. I'm not going to believe this.
Yeah, it's a real person, and I'm surprised.
A real person?
It's not,
I
not a
don't think
bit.
so.
It's not a bit.
You
I swear.
sure?
No, it's not a bit.
Sure, it's not your Harry Anslinger thing.
No, it's not Harry Anslinger, and I'm not doing anything like that. No,
It's not.
it's normal.
Dabbing with Grandma.
No, we're doing normal radio today, Wayne.
If you say so.
The night show is different. We're gonna do a night show that's gonna be.
You keep saying
off
that,
the-
but
off the hook.
whatever. Off the hizzy.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Off the hizzy.
There's things we can't say here that I need to say, and I
What
can't
can
say
we
them
say
here.
here?
There's a lot of stuff I want to say.
Oh, we can say whatever you want.
Not really.
This is a freedom area. This is a freedom area. Freedom zone area.
If I turn these speakers off, yeah, we could say, yeah, go fuck
What do you mean?
yourself, blah,
What
blah,
do you
blah,
mean?
fuck, shit, fuck. Because the speakers are off. Nobody's going to hear us except for the podcast. But when I turn the speakers on, then the streets can hear us, and we have to be nice again. See? There
All
we
right,
go.
so I got the compromise. Just take down one speaker.
We already did. We lost a speaker already. I have to go shopping for wires again. See, now how activism is expensive. I have to go shopping for a friggin' $50 wire now. Yes. Yes.
It's not right.
And poor Jim Miller had to carry 2 huge speakers today with his bad heels.
He's sweating his balls off.
Look at him sweating over there.
He
And
really is.
even William carried some stuff today. I think William carried a pencil or a
That's
microphone.
because cannabis is medicine.
William was helpful. No, William.
It's amazing what guys will do for a joint.
William-
I mean,
What do you think about that, Haney?
All I have to say is medical-freedom.com. That's all.
Get your flags with an L.
The guy, all he wants to talk about is flags for an hour. He will talk about flags for an hour. Wayne, do you know this?
an hour. This guy will talk about flags till the end of the
He'll
world.
just talk about everything. I can't. It's amazing.
Everything's about flags.
Flags with an L. All these flags. I like them, but how much can we talk about flags? How much?
How much? What size flag do you want? And do you want a sativa or an indica? Do you want a made in China? Not my flags. My flags are made in Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yes, sir. See, he's not talking because it's true.
He's speechless. Wow. Look
He's
at
like, holy shit, that fat bastard listens.
Let me defend myself.
what?
Let me defend myself.
Wow.
They're made in Pottstown, right?
Damn, take it easy.
He had me turned off.
No, he didn't.
He turned me off.
No, he didn't. Now you're lying on me.
Anyway.
Stop.
Anytime you invest in any of your creativity, even like Sativa Cross, it's all about an ROI, a return on the investment.
I thought that was ROR.
You know. You know, in 6 years.
ROR. Something
ROR.
else. That's
I've
when you
had
go in front
ROR.
of a judge.
Yeah, I've had that.
Like, hey, ROR.
That I know.
Hey. It's like you didn't
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
I mean, I wish I could sit here and say that innovators and inventors don't create jobs, but they do. We create jobs.
What's this we stuff?
we
We do.
We create jobs.
What do we do? Who do we create a job for so far?
Well, I'm working on it.
I mean, we're giving the police jobs. Me and Wayne, at least. We're keeping the police busy. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Me and Wayne got bolos out on us. I mean,
Really?
we got the police working for their money here. Come on, man.
We got old man.
I support the cause.
But you know
What is it?
what? If
What
you
is it?
support the cause, how about you think about this?
Okay.
Every police station that Lefty and I do, and you give me the flag, I will hang up your State of Compassion flag at each and every police station we do. But you got to give me the flag.
How's that?
Okay.
Done.
Done
That's how
deal.
you get shit done.
Shake on it. Or do
It's-
something. Touch each other.
Actually,
Touch each other.
Touch each other.
Ooh, touch me,
Come on.
love
It's
me,
not official till you
all
touch each
night
other.
long.
it's all about just letting people know that it exists.
Touch them. You're on camera.
That's
Touch
all.
touch each other. Oh, you guys touch each other. All right. It's
That's all.
official.
Let's go.
It's
Get her done.
Get her done, son.
So it might cost me $5,000 to get one. That's okay. The flip side, they know that it exists. That's all.
$5,000. It's one freaking flag, dude.
It's one flag, dude.
I don't
Look
want
at-
like.
Yeah.
I don't like when you go to an opening day on Phillies game.
Oh.
You know where they got that American flag that's like as big as the whole field. No, I just want a flag.
That's what he wants.
I just want like a 3x5, and my fat ass will actually climb the pole, and I'll switch him. I'll switch him out.
You will?
Yes. Yes.
All right, touch me now. Touch
I
me.
just picked my nose, but. I'm just saying, I itched it, and you know.
That's what live radio is all about. Wait till you see what I pick.
You eat it. So yeah, you give me the flag. That'll be the deal.
Okay.
Swear to God. Because we're not going to stop the I&E tour.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're going on the INE tour with you or without your flag.
We're going to start doing. I'd really like to start in Chester Township. I really would. Because Chester's.
You're talking off mic
no,
again.
Westchester's Pennsylvania, right? No, we're talking New Jersey.
If he doesn't talk on mic, we have to ignore him because I can't deal with this
Yeah,
today.
okay.
Ignore who?
All right, well, hold on. Slav did the same thing, and then he just picks up a mic and starts talking.
I know. Slav is he's man on the street. We have to
guys
set him
see
up
the
for
mics.
success. There's mics everywhere. There's headphones everywhere. You guys know what to do. Here you go. You're on the gray mic. I got you here. What do you have to say, Mr.
Why are you
Bill?
touching the mic like that?
Don't
You know not
Find
to.
out if it's working.
That's not how you find out if it's working.
Here,
You're talking
Here,
to it.
Say testing 1 2. Go ahead.
Testes,
Go ahead.
testes.
And you'll never speak again on the show
Testing
ever.
1 2.
Your mic's off now forever. You're done. I
But
told you never to say that again.
5
Get,
6.
get
Oh, he took
Get
the other one.
He's quick.
7, 8.
You got to give Bill a 10 count because his brain works a little slow. It takes him 10 seconds to get going. What normal people take a millisecond, a nanosecond. So-
Alrighty, Jim, you're finally done. Everything's done.
Yeah, Bill, what's up? Jim, what's up?
Everything's up.
Yeah, it seems to be looking pretty good.
It looks great. It looks great. Finally, about time with Jim.
Diehards will be rolling in the second wave of diehards. That we'd be the first. They're
Jimmy
going to be
Jim.
coming in shortly.
Tell us about the CMMNJ meeting on the 14th. When is that?
The 14th has to be second Tuesday of every month at the Mercer County Library.
And what are you guys going to talk about?
Well, the month's worth of events, what we got coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's not fair. I'm sorry.
We're going to be tabling at a Slightly Stupid concert at Stone Pony. That's always a good table. Good crowd. And pretty much rolling over the month's events, which takes longer and longer each meeting because more and more things go on each month having to do with medical marijuana. The smoke down in Philadelphia. Is that tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Oh, we'll be talking about the results of it then. We won't be talking about it coming off. But meeting is open meeting. Anybody can attend. It's from 7 to 9 every second Tuesday. And I'd like to see people who disagree come and attend now and then and get some information. That hasn't happened once in 10 years, though. So anybody out there who disagrees, you happen to be on this podcast by mistake, come by the Mercer County Library and tell us why. Second Tuesday every month, 7 to 10.
And you have new board members too, I believe, right?
Yes, we do.
I like your new board members.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, who left the board? Did people leave the board?
Jay Lassiter left.
Okay, so you had one leave.
Right.
He left a while ago, didn't he?
About 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Okay, so and that's the only person that left was Jay.
Recently, Jim Bissell, who hadn't been able to be there for some time, he resigned a while before that.
Oh, okay.
And
okay, so I'm excited now because you have Amanda. Is Amanda one of the board members now?
I believe Amanda is. I've been out of town for a couple weeks, so I'm catching up too.
And Diane, I believe, is back on the board.
Yes, she is.
As is Vanessa Maria.
Yes.
Wow, a lot of women on the board now.
About time.
Yeah, it's
good.
good.
We never tried to be an exclusive male-dominated group, but you can only, we don't go out of our way looking for people. We like people to have the interest first, as opposed to recruiting somebody from outside our general scope of knowledge. And these are people who will fit in, and their skills are varied and some overlapping, and some unique to each one. I understand Diane was here last week. I missed her here.
Diane was here telling her story. Awful story of her refugee experience.
Mm-hmm.
And her two sons were there. And,
when you hear about the refugees, it almost indicates that when our law actually starts suiting people, including them, doesn't mean they just come right back. They're making a life for themselves in Colorado. We've lost them for good. And this is the kind of family that New Jersey should try so hard to have in its state. The solid middle class, which is hard to do for a lot of people right now. That I resent a lot more than some other things, that there doesn't seem to be concern in the administration that people are being driven from the state who have health needs that are not being met in a timely fashion here. We got that half loaf in the beginning, and actually we got a slice. We might be up to a quarter loaf now, but when children still can't take their afternoon dose of cannabis oil in a nurse's office in school, out of sight of everybody.
Yeah.
With no indications when they get back of lethargy.
Legal patients. Cannot
Children.
access.
Children. What about our children?
Yeah. We're no better than cavemen, because cavemen used to protect their children. They used to circle around them, protect them in these battles, and these, the children were like their future. Now it's like, just a few kids, some more dead kids. Who cares? I care more about stoned adults than dead kids, right? That's what Christy says.
Stoned adults. Yeah.
Well, you know, all
paying
the,
$500 an ounce for the medicine.
Wow.
what do you think, Wayne? How many people do you think have not started smoking marijuana because of the tough regulations of our law? Do you think there's even been one person in the state who couldn't get marijuana because of the tough regulations?
Believe it or not, to be totally honest with you, Jim, yes.
Yeah, there are.
I know you want to hear no,
There are.
No, but I'm.
but to be totally honest
there
with
are.
you,
There's sick
there
people.
are people out there. There are. I know personally that there are 40-year-old women out there that they want to do right by the law. They have cancer. They have terminal cancer. You know, and they think cannabis can benefit them, but they don't want to have to go through what they have to go through just to get a card.
I've seen that with people trying to take care of their parents, especially when they're up there in the Korean War and what's left of the World War II generation. They're still quite patriotic and do not want to break laws of their country or their state. So I understand that exists.
It's
That's
sad they have that mentality.
and then the
you know.
law, the lack of a viable law, is what's killing them.
You know,
in many
meanwhile,
cases.
I like there's this kid. He's like a 15-year-old kid, and pretty much he went viral on the internet. He uses cannabis oil, and this kid, his philosophy is, I'd rather take something illegally and live than not take something and die.
Yeah, I've been with that philosophy in my life for almost 25 years now.
You know, and it's sad when it comes to your own life and death, to actually have to know that there's some people out there that are afraid of getting arrested, even though they know cannabis could help them. That's
You know, and
That's sad.
when it involves whole families too, I think if I were of that mindset myself and had family who loved me and they could convince me that yes, this could have a chance of helping, and whether or not I felt compelled to obey the law, obeying a law that would hurt one's family is something that people should consider in that case, and then that puts them in the middle. You know, their values are being compromised by them watching out for their family.
when the sad part is, cannabis in fact was not made illegal because of health issues. That's the sad part. You know, but even to this day, when you mention cannabis, marijuana, it's like looked down upon in today's society,
Still,
and it's always looked down as like, oh well, it's a bad thing medicinally. No, it's not.
or it's a joke. When President Obama puts out the word, you know, the online petitions, and over so many signatures, it'll get a response. And when marijuana legalization or anything to do with marijuana comes up as the most requested issue to talk with, he makes a joke about it. I mean, how can you make a joke about something that more people want him to talk about online when they have these petitions
They voted
than
for.
anything? You know, there's more important things to talk about, not for somebody who's dying. And he didn't say, what do you think is the most important thing to be dealt with? He said, what do you want to talk about? So he had his question answered, and then he refused to follow through with anything other than a joke. So no respect for me on that, Brez. None.
The same president that promised no money from our pockets from taxes would be spent on the Fed, the DEA, breaking down legal dispensaries.
While they were breaking down legal dispensaries at the same time.
And,
mean,
and
you
eating
know,
cookies.
And eating cookies.
You saw that one, right?
No.
The DEA.
You didn't see the latest?
Oh,
Jesus.
come on.
They have this happened in California.
Yes.
DEA goes in there, and apparently they didn't realize where all the cameras were. They only realized where most of them were.
No. Don't tell me where this is going.
Yeah.
And actually, it's really sad because I believe one of the owners is a lady in a wheelchair who doesn't have a full leg.
Right.
And what actually goes on, how you've seen it, but America, most of America hasn't seen it. When the police are involved and there's marijuana involved, dude, you think it's like World War III. They go in there, they could use whatever force they want, and they pretty much use all they could, you know, when they went into this dispensary, broke all the glass, ate edibles. Oh, hey, look at the hey, Johnny. Hey, here, have some of these cookies.
Hey, Clancy, have some cookies.
Meanwhile, and then, one of the ladies, one of the female officers actually said about the lady in the wheelchair, I want to kick that lady right in her nub.
Yeah.
Said that.
They made fun of her stump. And her nub. They made fun of her nub.
And
as they were eating her and stealing the medicine and eating their
as
cookies.
they're ruining her shop,
Yeah.
her legal shop,
This is gang mentality, bro.
The damage they done.
Are you talking off mic again?
Who was responsible for the raid?
it was.
Was it local?
Why you gonna ask all the specifics?
I mean, was it like it wasn't federal? Was it local?
No, it was like a city. I
But
believe.
there should be a federal response, much like
In
when
California.
there's police force being used unnecessarily.
Yeah.
But when it's being used unnecessarily and they're eating cookies and making fun of a woman because of a physical problem she's having.
Awful.
Yeah.
And then destroying the tape. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the cameras. Get them. Okay, we got them all.
Didn't work. Didn't
Shit,
work.
we didn't
did
get
it?
those two.
Stop.
Really?
Really? You're going to blow into the mic?
Hey, it's better than
Really?
freaking knocking on them.
This is the first thing Jen's going to say when she talks to us. She's going to say, "Why is Bill blowing into the mic?" You give him a mic and he goes, "Testing 1 2,
He said,
testing 1 2,"
Jen.
or he goes,
Jen.
"Really? Really,
Jen,
William?
what's the last
no,
name?
no.
What's the
I'm
last
not
name?
touching you anymore. I'm upset. I'm sorry. Now, I had to interrupt you
Jen.
because this is bad radio. That's bad. What you did was bad. Don't ever do that again.
Bad.
Here,
Bad
I'll turn
boy.
you up, but say something important. Make this worth my while.
I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. That's what we get?
We get a little girl voice.
Duct tape.
You
Really?
interrupted us
Okay.
for what?
Let's move forward now.
They were having a conversation. You felt you had to blow into the mic. So why did you interrupt them to blow into the mic? I'm asking
You
you.
go beatbox.
Stop it.
What do you go beatbox,
That's so
man?
loud.
Cut that crap out.
God. Well, I don't even know what we were talking about now. Go ahead, Billy. Now you start a new conversation now. Go ahead, segue into your medical-freedom.com.
Medical-freedom.
Yeah, flag.
I had
Dot com.
something I wanted to say, and I was interrupted. I interrupted.
You
and
interrupted.
I interrupted, and I'm sorry for that.
Okay, you're welcome. Whatever. You're forgiven. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Here, give me that mic, because now we have our special caller,
Really? Is
I
that?
believe.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Hey, Jen? Hey, what's up? Hold on, I'll put you on the air in a second. Here you go. Hold on. You ready? Okay, hold on.
Look at this guy. This guy's getting all antsy and stuff.
Oh. Okay, so on the air we have right now Emmy Award winning, wonderful, talented. You have a whole shelf of Emmy, not just one Emmy. You have like a whole shelf of Emmys by this time. Jenna Emmons Escalera, how are you, dear?
What's up, Ed?
Oh my God, it's so good to hear from you. I haven't talked to you in years, actually, and I always follow you on Facebook, and I'm always following your exploits and your IMDb page. And what did you win an Emmy for now? You just won another Emmy. How many do you have now? 20?
I have. First of all, you're hyping me up way too much, and I appreciate it, but no rock star over here. But I have one for voiceover work that I did. I used to do a lot of voiceover for commercials and stuff, so I got one for that in 2007, and then 2014 I just got one for mixing. I'm an audio mixer for a living too, so I mixed something for Lincoln Center, and it won this year, so that's cool.
Wow, awesome, amazing stuff.
You guys are funny. So wait, so I can't hear all you guys.
We're not that technologically savvy yet. We're using a box and a microphone in a box with the phone in a box. That's how bad it is.
Cardboard box.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
you sound a little boxy.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my interface from JL Audio, and it's coming soon. I'm waiting for that. So I need tips from you on how to do a better radio show. And so far, everything we've done today has been awful. I got people talking on the air, people blowing into mics, people tapping on mics, and I'm like, Jen's listening. Maybe you're listening. I hope you're listening. And she's going to critique our first hour as us, like we were horrible. We were pretty much awful. So I hope you weren't listening, actually.
No, you guys are funny. Like, it's a talk show, so that's what you do.
See?
I mean, the show that I have, it's a music show, so it's very scripted and it's very researched.
Right. You talking about the B-side show? No, that was your old show. Your old show, the B-sides.
Yeah, the B-sides. My old show. I don't do that anymore, but it was very scripted. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm like getting like a weird delay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. So listen, there was a huge vote in the Supreme Court recently, but I don't know if that really affected you because you actually are married already to a beautiful wife, and you were married in Jersey, right?
No, New York.
Oh, New York. Okay. So does that change anything for you, or does it affect any of your friends at all, or how's that going?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's great for everybody, It's like anyone, anywhere now in the United States can marry. I mean, of course, there's still a bunch of haters and, Christians, no offense to anybody. And, but it's a great thing for us to be able to, be recognized all over the United States, It's still a battle, but it's good. It's a nice time to be alive.
It's interesting. I'm actually a Christian myself, but I'm a very progressive Christian. And when they say that these Christians wouldn't bake a cake for these gay people, I say that Jesus wouldn't have baked them a cake either. He would have pulled that cake out of his eternal basket and given it to them out of his basket of infinity. Wouldn't you say, Wayne? Is that true?
I don't know about a basket.
He has a basket that he had full of fish that was never ending. He'd have a cake basket for the gay people, wouldn't he?
I think he left that.
He wouldn't hate on
sure.
gay people, right?
Oh, no.
Jesus would love everyone.
Jesus, he would have took their money, just like every other capitalist.
Take their money.
He would.
Did Jesus take money? I don't think Jesus took
Maybe
money.
normally it's $80, so I'm going to make this $120. And everyone would have been happy. And bam.
Wow.
Because that's what...
I think there's a lot of, why is everyone going to say that? Oh, Jesus would hate you. You're not going to be accepted into heaven. Don't you think if you're a good person, that's good enough to get there, wherever that is?
Yeah. Very, very strange world we live in these days. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. But it is a good step in the right direction. And then, this whole, all the progression with medical marijuana, it's great what you're pushing for. Tell me about, what are you guys up to these days? What's the deal with being in the front? You're in front of Christie's office?
We got to take a tip from the gays, actually. Because somehow the gays just, they got what they wanted, I believe. And I think that's what all we're trying to do is get cannabis legal in New Jersey. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to part the sea. We're not trying to perform miracles.
Kids like Tuffy.
We're just trying to use cannabis as a medicine.
Yeah.
And that's all we're trying to do. And yet it's like one thing about the stoner groups, one thing about the marijuana groups, the protesters, they're just. I guess I gotta blame the marijuana.
Maybe they're too stoned to follow through. I don't know.
They don't want to follow through. It's like I understand how some of them are afraid. Where geez, if I go out to a protest, that means the police are gonna, they're gonna mess with me.
Nah.
But it's not like that at all. But still, anyway, I don't know what it is. How could we, marijuana advocates, get what the gay group has gotten? Which is their rights, their equal rights.
How do we do better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I see.
Yeah, I mean, the cannabis oil and everything, it's just, why not just make it legal and help, thousands and thousands of people that need it? I mean,
yeah,
it's just amazing to me.
I saw that you're following Tuffy and Tuffy's Fight and Ricardo, and they're amazing. That kid is something else.
I know, it just breaks your heart, it's terrible. Even I know you follow Alexis too, right? Bertel?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Just has so many, seizures, and I was really reading Alexis' story. I just started following Tuffy, but the fact that she was having she was having so many seizures a day, and then started this cannabis oil, and she had none for 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, and
She
it's
actually had to move. Should
yeah,
have
it's
moved.
like, why make that illegal? You know, I mean, it's, you know, you sell alcohol. Like, I think that does nothing good for your body except for, you know, let us have a good time. But whatever, you know what I mean? It's like cannabis oil, you know, medical marijuana does great things for people that really need it, you know. So it's, I just don't understand it, but I think it's great that you guys are out fighting for it all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Because we see it. We see all these kids, and we know these kids personally, and we see what the parents go through. And it's sad that the government put these roadblocks in the way of these families instead of helping them. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't imagine having to deal with that. You know, it's just going to be the worst, you know, stressful thing to deal with. But it seems like some good things are happening in some places, so that's good.
Yeah, we're out here every Thursday. We're getting our presence known, and one day we're going to catch the governor going to work, and we're going to offer him a seat at our table.
You've done it already. You've done that already. And he's declined.
Yeah, he said no,
he's
not now.
He's always too busy.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
He's busy. Kids are dying, and this guy's too busy.
It's gonna happen, guys.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
He's busy, all right.
So,
That's funny.
so Jen, any tips for us to do a better show other than having you on every day?
No, I mean, I think you guys are fun. You know, it's like, if anything, you know, this was actually the first time that I tuned in because I tried before, but I couldn't tune in for some reason. But today it worked, and you know, I think like if your mission every Thursday in the afternoon is to like talk about what's been happening in the news as far as, I don't know, do you guys just only talk about the medical marijuana, or do you talk about a variety of things?
We talk about everything.
Yeah, whatever.
But we like to deal with the marijuana.
I would just say, you know, pick your subjects, you know, anything from Thursday to Thursday, and make a quick list and shoot it out to your guys and be like, hey, this is what I want to talk about. And then you guys just have a list of stuff you could just ramble on about and joke about or do whatever you need, and then it's just always sort of
My
sitting
second
there in your
favorite
lap.
assemblyman.
See that? There's advice from a pro.
Assemblyman Reed
see,
Kishkira.
being here at the Assemblyman, how are
Great
you?
to see you.
We're here at the in front of the State House, Jenna. And
Sorry, we had to give an assemblyman a shout out.
Assemblymen walk by all the time. Congressmen,
course.
senators. It's great. It's a great place to meet people here.
Important people.
Yeah, anybody
Important
it's
people.
great. People just come up to us and tell us their stories about, like, some kid walked up a few weeks ago. Oh, I have cancer. Some old lady walked up a few weeks ago. I have cancer. Somebody else had epilepsy. It's like all these people just come up to us and want to tell their story, and it's very sad what they have to go through to get their plant. That they need a plant to grow a plant. Let us grow 6 plants. Jeez.
It's a tough thing. It's really sad too. So now it is. You guys it's legal to have medical marijuana in New Jersey, right?
Oh yes. We have our
That's
legal
cool.
medical marijuana.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry. Go ahead.
can you get a? Do you have anything? Well, you're healthy, so I don't think you need anything like that. So
We'll find you a doctor anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah, if you ever need it, let me know. We'll get you a doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I never do, but
No, you don't. You don't want to.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be a patient. Believe me, it's so hard to get a card that you have to be really, literally dying to get a card, or really
Oh
messed up.
Lord! And once you get a card, it's amazing.
Yeah.
$500 an ounce.
Yeah.
I know
well, I
you.
know you've gone through a lot of. You got back issues, right? Like big time back issues.
Oh yeah, I have a horrible back, and I was on OxyContin for 10 years, and now I use a lot of cannabis, and I can't afford the cannabis that they want to give us, and I can't afford to make the oil that I need to make. So it's like I'm screwed.
Sad.
Right. Do they? So now, is it given to you, or you have to buy the
Oh, you're funny. You're
Where
so
Where are you from?
Wait.
This is America.
Oh, man.
This is New Jersey.
land of the free?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, landed a free.
$538 for 1 ounce, man. I could buy 3 ounces for that off the street.
It's 500 plus tax.
Yeah, tax. They tax our medicine here in Jersey.
And Governor Christie has the balls to call that tax blood money.
Yeah, blood money.
Yeah. Well, we won't go there, but you know, I think everything should be like Colorado. I mean, even for, you know, social smokers, it's like you could just go in and you could tell them what kind of stuff you're looking for, and I just think that would be so great, and it would just take a lot of the crime away, and strip a lot of the, you know, people that are in our system, jail systems, and, you know, why not? I just don't know. We're like a step away from having it legal, but I wouldn't mind living in Colorado. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, we're not loud enough. We got to be louder.
Yeah.
We got to be more annoying.
Yeah.
We have to. Because what we're doing is it's just not working.
Well, did you mention the Asbury Park resolution?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Jen,
yes.
in Asbury Park, they passed a resolution yesterday in Asbury Park saying they're going to legalize.
Well, they endorsed the legalization, taxation, and regulation of marijuana.
They endorsed the taxation and legalization. So I guess can you still get arrested in Asbury?
Oh yes,
I guess you could.
Yeah, no, they're going to still they're going to still enforce the laws.
You can still get arrested if you have a card for medical marijuana.
No, not anymore. We solved that problem. We went
Not
there.
really. Hold on, that's not true.
Well, for the most part, it's true.
People are
She can't hear you, Ken.
People are actually getting arrested, with their cards. So it does happen. So it's happened more than once. I believe if anyone has their card, as soon as you show it to the police, they should be like, okay, case closed, see you later. But they have gone to the courts.
Yes.
Yeah. But, it was a very important resolution yesterday that the city of Asbury Park endorsed for legalization of marijuana. They're going to send that on to the every member of the Assembly and every member of the Senate and to the governor to let them know that, that what we're doing now is not working, that we're just the policy of mass incarceration is doing tremendous damage to our society. And that this war on drugs is mostly a war on marijuana, and it is keeping a great many patients from their medicine. Yeah. So I'm Ken Walski from the Coalition for Medical Marijuana in New Jersey, and we endorse legalization as the most efficient and effective way to get medical marijuana to the most amount of patients in New Jersey, because we estimate that hundreds of thousands of people in New Jersey can benefit from the therapeutic effects of marijuana, possibly 1 million or more when you take into consideration all of the physical and mental and emotional conditions that marijuana can help.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit, but I'm catching the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah, so you're going to have a medical marijuana law in New York soon, but it's a non-smokable law. And I believe it's edibles only and oils only and it's vaporization only in New York. But you don't have dispensaries yet, I don't think.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
It's funny, actually, our guy, John O'Brien, who ran the New Jersey medical marijuana program.
Yeah, he's coming to see you in New York. He's going to run your program into the ground now.
Exactly. No, he's actually got a dispensary.
Yeah, he's got a dispensary.
He's got a dispensary. He's co-owner of a dispensary in New York. Ex-state trooper.
Yeah, he's a state trooper, policeman. He's going to run the program in New York now. Isn't that
No,
correct?
he's not going to run it.
A dispensary, sorry.
He's going to make money.
Don't go to his dispensary.
Yeah, cops don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, scary. So what's next on the table for Jen? What do you got going on? Anything good? Well, always good, but...
No, I'm just doing a lot. I'm mixing a friend's album, and I'm also mixing a friend's film, and then I'm actually starting to work on my own film, writing a screenplay with my wife, actually, and that's kind of my next venture. I really want to go through the whole writing it and then shooting it and going through like the film circuit and stuff. So
nice.
This is terrible.
You want to be in the film?
I do want to be in the film, and I want to talk to you about my screenplay too. I have that I need help with.
Oh yeah. You do a lot of writing. That's right.
Yeah. So we'll talk more. Definitely.
Hey, we're gonna hang out here. I miss you, Ed. Remember back in the day on the Ricky Lake show?
Oh yeah, you were there on the Ricky Lake show, right? You were there.
I'll always remember you banging the guitar over your head. I'll find out.
That was fun.
That wasn't fun.
That was great.
It was totally fun.
My grandmother and I watched that episode. She was like, "Son or grandson, don't smoke that marijuanas. Look what that kid's doing. He's beating a guitar on his head."
That's why I need the marijuana so I wouldn't feel the guitar.
Yeah. Good times in your garage. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, we had some crazy times. Good God.
Well, I'm sorry I gotta cut it short, but keep doing what you're doing, guys. Great job, and
thanks, Jenna.
However I can help, let me know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Jenna Emmons-Escalera, ladies and gentlemen, Emmy Award winner. Go get another Emmy now. Go get your next one. I'll see you. Thanks. Thanks so much. Bye bye. Oh man, that is awesome. She just won another Emmy. Another Emmy. Can you believe that? She has won like a bunch. She's being what's the word? She's not being like flashy about it. She's kind of keeping it low key.
Shy, humble.
She's being humble about it. But she's got a shelf full of Emmys, man.
Low key.
Shelf full of Emmys, bro. How cool is that?
Yeah,
She's awesome. I've known her for a long. Well, I've known her from Jamesburg. She was in bands. She was always involved in music and art and production, and a very artistic person, very talented person.
Could you have her call during our show? Could you have her call during our show?
What do you mean? Oh, during our show?
Yeah, because I had a lot of questions for her.
What about the Christian stuff?
No.
'Cause we
I
can
don't
talk
care about the
that.
Christian stuff.
We can talk about that here, the Christian
No.
stuff.
Because
I think.
You know what question popped in my head?
Oh, jeez. What's that?
Question was when she was having sex with her wife.
Oh, come on. No. We're not going there.
Okay, that's why we have to have questions on our show.
No, we're not going there. It's, that's one thing that bothers me.
Why?
When you talk about gay people and
No.
it
See,
doesn't all boil down to sex. It doesn't.
I didn't even say
People
that.
that are gay sometimes don't even have sex. They just want to be with each other.
Right.
You know?
All I know is I just had a question.
I know you always want to go to the sex, and so do I.
When they're having sex.
All right, what's your line? Go ahead.
When they're having sex.
Oh, Jesus.
Do they ever watch normal porn? That's all.
What kind of a question is that?
Because
I think we need to stay focused on
Yeah,
medical
come on,
marijuana,
Wayne.
on legalization
Jesus.
of marijuana. I think it's too easy to get distracted here with
Thank you,
other
Ken.
things. I think we
God.
really need more of an agenda to stay with.
Now she's listening. He's listening to Jen. Jen said, "Yeah, do a talk show, do your own thing." She didn't mean talk about stuff like this. She talk about normal stuff. We're a medical
That's normal. That's normal.
We're a medical marijuana show. Let's talk about medical marijuana.
Now that the gay marriage is passed, people are curious.
About what?
Stupid stuff.
Well, I mean, the analogy to the gays' victories in Washington D.C. in the Supreme Court and how they've made gay marriage legal across the United States.
Damn
steamrolled the United States.
They don't even. It's like they never shut up about it.
It took a long time, right? And they stayed focused.
Persistent.
They stayed focused on it.
That's true.
They're persistent and loud.
They're persistent and loud and focused and articulate. So
Yeah.
we can learn from them, but they have certain advantages
Especially Wayne.
that the marijuana legalization crowd doesn't have. I mean, people who use marijuana are considered criminals. As opposed to people who are gay, they're not considered
They're
criminals
sinners.
anymore.
Oh, no.
They may be considered criminals, but they're not considered. They may be considered sinners, but they're not considered criminals.
In certain states, sodomy is illegal. You can be arrested. I think Virginia or South Carolina.
I'm not so sure about that anymore. I think most of
That
those
changed?
laws have been overturned. The old sodomy laws, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have been overturned, Lefty. So, I mean, they had a lot of laws in. When I lived in Virginia, they had an anti-miscegenation law, which meant that blacks could not marry whites. So there were a lot of laws like that in various states. But we've been going through the process of reforming these laws and for the better, and we do incremental reforms, and that's what we have to keep looking at. The incremental reforms. Making it available to people who it's not available to now legally, and to more and more people until it's available to everyone who needs it or wants it. That's what we need to look at. We need to keep our eyes focused on the goal too.
Hey, I have a goal.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have a goal, Wayne, and this is something we can do together, me and you.
Yo, easy tiger.
I want to go to Novartis. Me and you.
I don't want to. No.
I want to go. No. INE tour to East Hanover first. First we're
I
going
know
to
where
East
the hell
Hanover.
Novartis is.
First we go to East Hanover Police. And I say, hey, listen, I know you're going to tell me smoke it in your home. I know you're going to say that. But officer, I want to go to Novartis. And the reason why I want to go to Novartis is because they're charging $75,000 for their cancer drug for a year for people. So how are you going to charge $75,000 for a cancer drug that people can't afford? So you have a drug that's ineffective. And I want to stand outside Novartis, and I want to ask the police, where do I stand outside Novartis with my marijuana,
Off their property.
my bong, and smoke my medical marijuana?
It's gonna have to be off their property.
On Route 10?
No.
On Route 10? Really? I'll do it.
Made at the light, I believe.
At the light? I don't know. That's not the point. I want to stand in front of Novartis
Yeah.
by the sign. I want them to see the
Okay,
sign.
you want to do, but
Yeah.
you want to do on the
Yeah.
the Route 10 building side.
On the grass. Where
Whatever.
you should be able to walk there. It has to be egress to
No,
walk.
wherever their parking lot ends, you can go there.
So let's go smoke
So
some weed at
every car-
Novartis.
I don't have a problem with that.
Let's go. Screw them. You know how many people have cancer that can't afford $75,000 a year for their crummy drug anyway? Who wants their crummy drugs anyway? I want a plant. I want a plant.
We're talking about cancer. I gotta get it.
We're talking about Novartis charging $75,000 for.
Yes.
Don't you start now.
Oh, I'm not. But let me tell you something. My dad had cancer. You remember, my dad died from cancer.
Could you afford $75,000 a year for cancer drug?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's not just the $75,000 a year for the cancer drug. It was $20,000 a month just for chemo and radiation.
$20,000 a month.
$20,000 a
For
month
chemo and
for chemo and radiation to keep a 87-year-old man alive. $20,000 a month, but basically they weren't keeping him alive. As far as I was concerned, they were killing him.
Right.
Before he had the radiation and chemo, he was not as bad off. I mean, after the radiation and chemo, it was outright poison.
Poisoning your
You know,
body.
There's so many things they don't tell you. You know, I mean, why don't the doctors tell you that you have to take high doses of probiotics to replace the flora in your gut that the radiation chemo is going to completely destroy?
Yeah.
And if that flora is destroyed, your immune system doesn't work.
Right.
You know, and our bodies are created to rebuild itself. But if they're going to be destroying the things that we need to rebuild, you know, our bodies and our natural immune systems to kick in with this chemo and radiation. Hey, Lefty, did you have any idea that there's a 2% success rate with chemo and radiation?
Not high.
Yes. I heard if you take Hodgkin's disease out of the mix, you got a 1%. It works on Hodgkin's disease. So they say. But, you know, it's like, why are they giving it to people if they don't, if they know that it doesn't work on that particular cancer? But yet they're still making the insurance companies pay $20,000 a month for a treatment that they know has such little success. Why? Why are they forcing this on everybody?
It's all about the money.
It is.
Well, it's also about patient education. You know, patients have to know really what they can expect from these treatments, and you know, you really have to look for, you have to do the research yourself, or you have to look for trusted healthcare professionals who you know, can give you that information.
Yeah.
You know, I speak up for the nurses, but you know, when my mom had pancreatic cancer, when she was diagnosed with that, it came on rather suddenly, and she was almost 90 years old, and we just decided we weren't going to do anything. You know, so that was her decision and our decision, and an informed decision, and you know, she led the last years of her life, or last months of her life, you know, in reasonable comfort. So, you know, there are alternatives to these chemos and this chemotherapy, and you're not forced into it. Nobody forces you into it. It's the patient decision, and it should be an informed decision too. You know, by the type of research that is available to be done, and by the, you know, getting second opinions from healthcare professionals too. So
I heard a lot of people actually live longer by opting out of the radiation and chemo.
yeah,
You know, that.
yeah,
You know,
oftentimes that happens, Cindy. Yeah.
you know, diet has a lot to do, you know, with it. But of course, the doctors don't tell you that, you know, about nutrition. You know, they should teach you more about nutrition, and that sugar feeds cancer. So you really shouldn't have sugar, you know, when you have cancer. But yet they're giving you IVs with glucose and stuff in it, which doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, doctors don't learn anything about the endocannabinoid system too. So that's only taught, even mentioned in 14% of the medical schools in the United States. And here we have a system in the human body that affects so many other systems in the human body, and it responds to the components of marijuana, the cannabinoids. And yet doctors are blissfully unaware of this. Not only are they mostly ignorant of this new system, and the newly discovered system in the human body, but they seem to have no real interest in learning anything about it. You know, I was at the Patients Out of Time conference last month in Florida, and there was not a single physician from New Jersey there. And, you know, for an update on all the new science related to marijuana research and cannabinoids. You know, very, very few doctors throughout the country even came. There were an awful lot of nurses there. I was very proud of the nurses who showed up. as part of the American Cannabis Nurses Association, but very few doctors were interested in even learning about the endocannabinoid system.
I think it's actually the stigma behind the
Stigma, yeah.
the stigma
Yeah.
behind the marijuana. I'm sorry, I
Stigma.
What was the difference? Is there a word called
Well,
stigma?
that
Or
sounds
they just
dirty.
make it everything that I say
I don't wanna
sounds
touch the
dirty.
smack.
Okay. but anyway, the stigma. They just don't want to be
Right.
thought of as, oh yeah, he's with that illegal drug that everybody's trying to get on the list as one of the prescriptions. I have a doctor recently. He's my primary doctor, and so my insurance is now paying for my medical marijuana doctor. Which
that's great.
before
I'm
I
glad to hear
had to
that.
pay
Yeah,
cash out
yeah.
of my pocket, which
Yeah, you're lucky, Cindy. You're one of the you're a real minority of people who have
Yes.
insurance coverage for at least the physician visits.
yeah, because a lot of people, they can't find physicians,
Right.
medical marijuana doctors that are willing to accept insurance.
Right.
I recently had run into a woman whose 14-year-old son had bone cancer. And I ran into her at Columbus Market with one of her friends. And she was a nurse. And she had trusted doctors. And her son was going for chemo and radiation the next day on a bone tumor he had in his leg. And I had asked her if she had gotten a second opinion, and she said no, because she works with these people and she trusts them. And I said, well, you should really look into alternative medicine before just, taking a 14-year-old kid and giving him radiation. And the tumor was localized in his leg, So, I mean, if she got a second opinion, I mean, maybe they could have cut off his leg and he'd be alive today. This just happened in April. April 2nd was his 15th birthday, and he died shortly after.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She did not want to listen to me because she was so brainwashed against marijuana, and she acted like I must be a criminal if I'm using this. And even though I showed her I have a license, and your son can get a legal doctor, and these are real doctors, and they can help him, and this is a real medicine that really helps children. I told her to go to the Faces of Cannabis site on Facebook, and to look at the different children that have cancer, and that where cannabis is helping them. She didn't want to even write anything down. She didn't want to.
It's hard for a lot of people to make that leap. After being brainwashed for so many decades by the federal government, that marijuana is as dangerous as heroin, and
oh yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense, but they insist on this,
and that it kills brain cells, and that's an outright lie. I mean, they've just studies have proven that it actually replenishes and rebuilds brain cells.
It's neuroprotective.
Yes, but they're not out there saying, we made a mistake, or we gave you false information, and this is the truth.
No.
People just still want to believe those lies.
Right.
And this woman, her 15-year-old son had died. And I had called her on April 2nd, not knowing it was his birthday. And I asked her if she looked into the information I gave her, because I told her to look up Run From the Cure, the Science of Cannabis. Just look at some YouTube videos.
Sure.
And she didn't. And when I called, she told me he had the radiation and chemo, and it was too late, and he was dying, and there was nothing we could do, and she didn't want me to call her again.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday, me and my husband were walking through Columbus Market, and we ran into her and her friend. And her friend was excited and said, "Oh, Cindy, hi." And I seen the fear in the other woman's face. I mean, it was pure fear. And I can understand why. I mean, here somebody comes up to her right during that time where he had a chance. He still, it was just in his leg at the time, but she was brainwashed to the point where she just had full faith and trust in these doctors, and her son was dead less than a month later. And
well, it's a very difficult situation, and just seeing you probably brought up reopened the wounds of
but to tell you the truth, I made like I didn't remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the look on her face, I actually, when her friend came up and said, "Hi, Cindy, how you doing?" I said, "Oh, hi," like I didn't remember him, because I just felt that was the best way to be, and then I just walked off.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
well, it's a very difficult situation, and unfortunately, so many people really do suffer needlessly, without the full information of the therapeutic benefits of marijuana.
Yeah, but then they feel guilty afterwards. They feel
Well, some of them do,
responsible
sure.
afterwards. Most of them do, because they realize that you can't medicate a dead person. You know, and this was a natural medicine. It's a natural, inexpensive medicine compared to all the other cancer medicines. You know, but they think, oh well, I got insurance and.
But you know, the reality is that the type of marijuana and the strain of marijuana that would have helped this child or this teenager really might not be available legally in New Jersey at all. Anyway, I mean, you only get 2 ounces a month from these alternative treatment centers on a good day. So you know, to make it into you know, an oil preparation and to give him the exact amount that he needs, you know, I mean, this really certainly medical marijuana is in its infancy here in New Jersey, although you know, in other states that have had these programs, I mean, California's program is 20 years old now. I mean, 1996 was when California passed Proposition 215. So that, you know, it's a much more mature industry, and it's a much more mature and sophisticated, you know, medical marijuana industry in some of the other states, you know, not New Jersey. So, you know, even though these alternatives are theoretically available to people, the reality is, you know, when you say you have to move to Colorado to get it legally, or you have to move to California to get it legally, you know, that really puts it out of the range. You know, it's just not a reasonable alternative for so many people. So
I did see recently that the president lifted some kind of ban, so it's easier to do medical research on marijuana.
Well, marginally easier, yeah. So I don't know that any medical research is actually getting done yet. I mean, he did remove you know, one of the bureaucratic levels from the requirements for medical marijuana research, but it's still very difficult to get it done, and it certainly is still not possible to get the large-scale clinical trials of the double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized clinical trials done. You know, the federal government's supply of marijuana, which is the only way that these trials can get done, is just not adequate. You know, they proved this in court. We had an administrative law judge from the DEA say that the federal government supply of marijuana is inadequate, but they still would not let, you know, an independent researcher grow a supply of adequate marijuana in order to conduct these large-scale clinical trials. And without the large-scale clinical trials, you're never going to get the kind of comprehensive proof of the medicinal value of marijuana, you know, compared to pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, marijuana, it has to be rescheduled.
Yes,
rescheduled or
yeah.
descheduled.
Unscheduled, yeah.
Yeah, descheduled would be best, but
but
rescheduled would certainly be a start. And you know, the CARES Act, our own Congressman Senator Cory Booker, he you know, he's one of the lead sponsors of the CARES Act, and one of the things that the CARES Act would do would be to reschedule marijuana so that it would be a lot easier to conduct research on it.
Well, you know, you were talking about, you know, them not evidently having the supply for the research. They don't even have the supply for the dispensary and the patients.
The supply.
But
the supply's not the problem.
Well, the supply is the problem.
Yeah.
The supply's got to come from the federal government. For these large-scale clinical trials, that marijuana can only come from the research farm in the University of Mississippi. You know, that's the only place that is acceptable, you know, to the federal government to conduct these marijuana studies.
I believe they're also using Rutgers, though, too, aren't they?
yeah, I did. I hear that.
No, Rutgers is not growing marijuana. Trust me.
They're doing research.
Well, they're doing research.
Yeah.
They got to be getting the marijuana from somewhere. That's where they're getting it from.
Well, what kind of research are they doing? You know, I mean, you can do some preclinical studies. You can do preclinical. You can get marijuana for rat studies and mice studies.
You know what they're doing? They're doing dumb studies.
Like addiction.
Like, how could we get the THC out of the marijuana?
Yeah,
that's the only.
You know, I mean,
you know, they're doing meaningful studies.
Right. One of the problems with research is that there's a prejudice towards bias in finding harms associated with marijuana. You know, we were talking earlier, you know, about you know, the federal government's finding harms with marijuana. Well, you know, the first thing they did when they found out that the marijuana affected the immune system was they said, oh, well, people with an compromised immune system shouldn't be using marijuana. You know, and here the very start of the medical marijuana movement was by HIV patients who have compromised immune system, and marijuana was a thing that was keeping them alive.
Yep.
You know, and in federal government saying, oh, anybody with a compromised immune system shouldn't use marijuana. I mean, absolutely the wrong, absolute nonsense coming from the federal government on this.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the cannabinoids they need in their receptors that's helping them, you know? And they all found out that we have cannabinoid receptors, of course, and they found out there's cannabinoids in mother's milk, even if she's never smoked marijuana.
Sure, we make our own cannabinoids. You know, that's one of the amazing things about it, that the exocannabinoids, the cannabinoids from the marijuana plant, just mimic the cannabinoids that our own body makes, the endocannabinoids. So that's why they call it the endocannabinoid system, because you know we get ourselves high.
Yeah, exactly. And we're meant to have that medicine.
Yeah.
Definitely does me good.
Oh, yeah.
I think I see it working on you right now.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, the thing I don't understand is, like, you get used to a certain strain at the dispensary, and then they just take it away. And,
Oh, please. You want to talk about dispensaries.
yes, why'd they take the Death Star away? That was my
Because
favorite.
everybody wanted it. Hello?
Everybody wanted it.
So wait a minute. Now tell me. Now both of you go to dispensaries, alternative
State
treatment centers.
dispensary,
You
yes.
go to Garden State. Wayne, where do you go?
Garden State.
You
Yeah.
go to Garden State also. But the marijuana is not consistent. There's not a consistent supply or.
They decided to
All
take
of the
what
above.
people liked
Hold on,
the
all
most
the above.
Yeah. Go
away.
ahead. Tell me about
Everything
it.
you said, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they've had like 3 batches of Death Star. Each batch has been different.
Oh yeah, I had seeds
Even
in
though the
one
numbers
batch.
say the same,
Mm-hmm.
Ken, if you looked at, I saved it all.
Oh yeah.
It's different.
They
Yeah.
all smell different, look
know,
different,
how
taste
about that?
different.
But yes, also in the point that there is no more Death Star.
No, they
No.
only
Even though that there was like
pre-rolled
at least
shit
3 batches.
for more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, actually, they only have pre-rolled for freaking high
Green crack?
CBD.
Green crack.
No, it was JLL.
Oh, jeez. And I heard
That
people were
Wanta
getting
La
sick off of the
Galicia, La
pre-rolled
Buca
joints
Buca.
because they were synthetic and something with the glue and the papers. People were actually getting nauseous. So they said they weren't buying the pre-rolled anymore. And also at Shake, that they're selling for $80, a prescription. Shake.
How much is in it? How much do you get? I mean,
Well,
you're only allowed 2 ounces a month. So
Well,
how do they measure the
In the
pre-rolls?
pre-rolled, they're 1 gram joints.
Oh, 1 gram.
There's
joints.
7
Okay.
joints in your prescription, so that's,
that's,
one
quarter
quarter.
ounce. Quarter ounce.
Who's
And
doing
it would
away?
go for $80, but they're charging 100 pre-rolled, so they're charging you $20 for the papers and for them to roll it.